Hello, my name is Roland Schaefer. I'm honorary president of the German Association of Towns and Municipalities, that is the nationwide association of the small and medium-sized towns, not the big cities, not the districts. And since 1989, I've been chief of administration in Bergkamen, and since 1998 till 2020, I've been mayor of this city, 50,000 inhabitants near Dortmund in the Ruhr area in North Rhine-Westphalia. It's a town in structural change. We were a carbon mining municipality, and that is finished from 12,000 working places in the mines down to 20 now, which care for water pumps, etc. The policy in the EU and in our national governments is clear. We want to get away step by step from fossil energy. And one key element in this policy is, of course, the transport sector. And we, as communal representatives, we know that the urban mobility is also a very key factor in this policy. In most cities and municipalities, there are already urban mobility plans, sustainable urban mobility plans, and we try to implement it. In Germany, the challenge to change the transport sector is to achieve the climate goals. We are missing in Germany our own climate goals. One has to admit that, but I think it's a problem in other European countries too. In the city and in the municipality, transport policy is not only about climate protection. The majority of our people, I think, they understand that climate protection is necessary to fight climate change. But it's a rather abstract thing, abstract idea. We have to convince people, we have to convince all people to go along with this policy, to implement it in their own life, in their personal life. And for that, we have to emphasize other goals. For example, good accessibility, attractive city centers, livable cities, health protection, clean air in the city and in the municipalities, and also in this time of inflation and rising prices and high energy costs, it's also important to point to affordable mobility. We have two steps, I think, to get a turnaround in this local transport system. One is mobility transition, that is to switch to alternative and cleaner transport options, that is public transport, we wish with electricity or hydrogen fuel or alternative fuel, that is cycling, which is very important, up to 5 kilometers. It is easier, it is better to go by bike than by car, and also walking. In my city, we had 3 years ago, with the help of a university, we had a walking test in the city. We tested, is it easy to walk from one place to the other? What about problems with the border in the street, etc.? It's quite interesting, and also we do this for cycling. We build bike lanes. You can see it here in Brussels too. It's quite impressive, I think, in the last years. It changed completely. We try to get good bike lanes between cities, between municipalities, easy bike lanes. And we also in North Rhine-Westphalia and in the land where I live, we have a program, Bike-Friendly City. You have to apply for that, and you have to show that you are doing as a city a lot for biking. And every year there is a test on the internet, and people can vote for your city and say, I like that, I don't like that, I dislike that, that is not good, that is good. and you get a point system, and you are good or you are not bad good, but you know where you can improve the bike system in your city. In parallel, we need to improve the remaining traffic. That means electrifying the vehicles using alternative fuel, hydrogen, biogas, and so on. All this demands really massive investments for the municipalities, and therefore we can't be left alone. We need the EU, and we need our national governments, of course. And this is not only finance that is important. Yes, that is important. Finance is important, but also we need help, assistance with planning, with city planning, and with procedures, regulatory hurdles, etc. And we need all this. We need the EU, we need the national governments, but you need the cities to implement the policy. We are the nearest level to the citizens. We talk with the citizens, not you. So you need us. Let me tell you about 3 examples which cities and also rural municipalities do and can do to better our way. One is mobility stations. In almost every major German city, the concept of municipality mobility stations has spread. These are hubs which connect train, bus, bicycle station, parks also for vehicles, shared bicycle vehicles, cargo bikes to hire, etc. This concept is spreading also to rural areas. It is often organized by the municipality, but also by mobility providers. In Germany, a lot of the public transport corporations are municipal owned. We are part of that, but they are different associations, different organizations, but they have to serve urban interests. Yeah. And very often it's a cooperation, these hubs, between the regional train, national train organization, Deutsche Bundesbahn, our local public transport organizations, and the city. Another example is public charging stations. If we want to support electromobility, charging infrastructure is of course needed. It is a problem. In my city, 50,000, I said, we have at the moment only four public charging stations. That is not enough. That is clear. It is not only the city administration who can provide these. We have to appeal to all parts of society, to discounters. A big discounter with a big parking place, he has to have. If he is new, we have to have in the permission for this parking, we have to give him the duty to install charging stations for electricity cars. That is possible, and that is done already. In the older parking places of older discounters, we have to appeal to them, we can't force them. Last part is flexible public transport. In Germany, in this summer, for 3 months, we had an experiment. Everybody could buy a ticket for 9 euros, for the whole month. And you could go with bus, with metro, with U-Bahn, with local trains, with regional trains, in the whole of Germany. That is quite good. It costs a lot of money. And all in all, I think I wrote down 52 million tickets were sold. And people love to travel, not to work only, mostly, but also in their leisure times. It was a success, but not in all areas. In the rural areas, there was a much lesser demand. Why? Why? Because there's not enough public transport to use it. So this showed us we have to make better the connection between the rural areas and the big cities, the attractive cities, the coast, the mountains where people go, and also, of course, to the next city. Therefore, we are lobbying as an association for cheaper tickets. It should be not too much geld, no? But it has to be subsidized, of course. You have to pay the bus, you have to pay the driver.
How much is
it doesn't go away. Billions. Yeah, it's really expensive. Yes.
For the whole Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really expensive. It was a test for 3 months. €9. I did it also, and it's a good thing. I think you could go everywhere in the whole of Germany, and bus and train, everything. So. The road system, by the way, the road system is very good in Germany, in the rural area, the same as in the big cities, but not public transport. That is a problem for us. What we do, what we try to do is get public transport more flexible, which means you use an app to book, and it is not a bus, but a minibus or a taxi, which comes on demand. This exists already. It's called taxi bus with us. You go by telephone or by app, you call it, and it comes then at a fixed time, but not at a fixed timetable. You call it and it comes to a certain spot. This costs money also, but it gives more flexibility to the system. All in all, there are some ideas, and we have to be better with that, and we have to expand it. All in all, what I wanted to say is we need the EU, we need the national governments, you need the cities, we need help, we need finance, we need help also in city planning and in getting away from all the bureaucratic borders we've got, but together I think we will be successful. Thank you.
Exactly.